I've been in education, about 25 years, not including the time I was in higher ed as a student. I've never seen it where it is now. There was civility. We could disagree. We could have healthy conversations around what's best for kids. I respect differences of opinion. I don't have too much respect for people that are misbehaving in public and then acting as if they know what's right for kids.
All right, all right, all right. You're gonna learn today.
That hypocrisy, I want to call it out at the top of this conversation, because there's a team that's fighting for kids and there's a team that's fighting against kids.
All right, all right, all right.
Can you imagine book bans in this year of our Lord 2023?
This is what they're telling me to be frightened of? This is the problem? People change their minds. People just don't know enough to know. And it's not because of intellectual incapability, it's just lack of exposure. The idea that what's going on, in some states, I won't get into the politics of it, but in some states, it's outrageous, and I think it's immoral. The trans part's not immoral. What they're trying to do to trans persons is immoral.
Do you have any messages to the families of trans folks that are seeking, options for their children, but are struggling to find resources? Do you have a message to those parents?
Yeah, I do. This is blood of your blood, bone of your bone.
What is a woman?
And it is...
Transgender and non-binary people face increased risk of sexually transmitted infections such as HIV, chronic conditions such as cardiovascular disease, and psychiatric comorbidities such as depression and anxiety when compared to the general population. Now, these negative health and life outcomes are being misrepresented in many states around our country for political purposes. They are frequently described as the inevitable result of mental illness. They are described as unpreventable struggles faced by unfortunate people, rather than the lack of compassion and challenging access to professional medical care. We, as doctors, and as people who love our communities and love our nation, have to confront the fact that the language of care and compassion that they're using is being taken to granted to literally tear our communities apart. The language of care and compassion.
The language of care and compassion. The language of care and compassion.